What kind of environment did you grow up in?
I am Pickering born and raised. I've never left Pickering.
Yeah.
Right now we are in Fort Knox Studios. This is my brother's studio. He's got amazing equipment here. Being in here makes me want to make music. That's what I love about this place. I'm in here and I look at all the instruments and I look at all the equipment and it inspires me. I remember I was 12 and it was Christmas and my brother, being a cheap ass, he gave me free Reason, but he didn't buy it. He just burnt the copy that he has and gave it to me. I hate to say that, but that's probably the best gift I've ever gotten for any Christmas or any birthday was Reason. I love doing samples, like kind of what hip-hop was really started on. On the other end, I really like making a beat straight from scratch, finding good instrumentals that don't sound cheesy, make it sound real good, real authentic. I know that when I first started making beats when I was really young, I never used samples. When I was 16 years old, it was the very first time I used a sample in a beat, and it was my brother who showed me how to do it. That's when I found out that that's what hip-hop is really about. Hip-hop was, back in the day and still now was really very sample heavy. A lot of songs, especially a lot of producers that I'm very inspired by, which was Premier and Pete Rock. Like those guys were, that's all I listened to when I was that age, and it's rare because a lot of people, my friends, they didn't understand the type of music I listened to. They thought it was boring. I got discouraged in doing anything towards music with my parents. And I understand it's not a realistic thing to do, especially for Pickering, but I went into college just so I can be in college, kind of make my mom happy, and then I saw this thing on the wall saying, DJs wanted, and it was for the radio show during college, so I was like, I made a show up, I got on Riot Radio. From then on, I was kind of like, I gotta do something else. I don't want to do what I'm doing now. I found this company that was looking for DJs, and I didn't know how to DJ, but they taught me, and they taught me everything I know, and I started doing that. And what I've learned from it is, I think I hated any other type of music besides hip-hop. Ever since starting work, I know all the classic rock tunes, and I know country, and I don't necessarily like it, but I've just grown to like almost every genre of music, or at least respect it. Working with artists has really made me improve music because, for an example, I made a song with Flex. The song was called Family Ties, and it's probably one of my all-time favorite songs that's been on one of my beats. I remember with the beat, when I gave it to him, he kind of pitched back ideas about what the layout should be and things to take away, things to add. And, I've done that before, but at that point I really noticed that the effect that, the final product could be when you work with someone and take their advice and don't just make the beat and send it out, get to work with the artist who's recording on the song, and the quality of the music you can make is amazing. I remember he had this idea for what the chorus and hook should be with the piano, and his input on it really made the beat what it is and made the song what it is. So being able to work with someone like that and really be involved in the song, I think is what makes you a producer instead of a beat maker. DJing is it's a job to me. I think the biggest thing that I would want to clear up with people is that when people call me DJ Graffic and say, oh, he's your mom's favorite DJ, DJ's my job. It's professional. I wear a suit. I work for a company, an entertainment company. We do weddings, private parties, corporate events. I remember I was doing some high school event, and then this girl came up to me. I was playing Chris Brown, or I played a Chris Brown song earlier, and she told me, can you not play Chris Brown ever again? He hits women, and I think every girl here is offended that you played Chris Brown. I don't want you to play another Chris Brown song. And this girl was serious. She was dead serious. She was a bitch. And I'm just like, I didn't even know what to say. I was like, I'm pretty sure they're back together. Rihanna forgave him, why can't you? She walked away. I was just like, fine, yeah, I won't play another one. The next song I played was Turn Up the Music, just to rub it in that bitch's face, and I pumped the bass. I understand the whole Chris Brown situation is very, sensitive between people, but he makes good music. Don't tell me not to play a song. Everyone likes a song, if you don't like the song, go fuck yourself. First time I worked with someone big, it was Mocha Only. I remember it was through Rob Lowe, who was doing the song. I remember calling my brother, I'm like, I'm I'm getting Mocha only on one of my beats. He's just like, no, you're not. I swear to God, I'm getting Mocha only. At that time when I did the song, he was with Swollen Members, and they had tons of big tracks that everyone knew on Much Music. It was huge, and I ended up doing 2 songs with Mocha only and Rob Lowe. Besides that, I later had a track with Caches on it, and he's from Shady Records. I got that through Subconscious, and that turned out to be a good song too. That was a really big one at the time. I remember being in high school and people heard that and they were like, you're working with someone from Shady Records, and it's not really, because I don't know what Caches is doing now. I don't think he's as big as it seems, but the fact that he was signed to Shady and he was on one of my beats was incredible. I mean, as far as big people I've gotten to work with, I've had Bishop Brigante be on a song I did with Angerville, which was pretty big to me. Before I even, had him on the beat, I was a fan of his. Just recently, me and my brother made a beat, and we actually got Diabolic on the beat, and he's just like, bro, when you hear the sample, you're gonna want to make a beat right now. He played the sample for me, and I was just like, let's go. And we sent it to East Coast and Diabolic, and they made the track together. And I think they might even do a video, I heard, I don't know. Diabolic, again, is another person that I was a fan of before working with him, so that was big to me.
Next up, we got Graffic, so let's go!
So, I remember when I used to do King of the Dot battles. I don't even think they do producer battles anymore, but when they did them, I was always a part of them, and I was pretty successful at them. I think I only ended up doing 3, but one was a tournament, so I really only had 2 battles. But I remember my second battle I lost. I lost to T-Ruck, and he's a really cool dude. I like him, he makes good beats. And it came down to that last round, 3rd round. I remember judges said I had the 2nd round, he had the 1st round. And I just picked a weak beat for the 3rd round. It was kind of a freestyle round, and you could pick whatever beat you want. I should have picked a better beat. The beat I picked was more mainstream, upbeat. It wasn't really battle material, and that was my mistake. I kind of it was a new beat. I wanted to show it off, and I thought people would like it. And it cost me the battle, but I remember when I got off stage, the feedback I got from everyone in the audience, people just don't even know. It was unreal. People were just saying like, man, that beat was amazing. That last beat was so good. And like, I just lost, so I was ready to just get the hell out of there. I didn't take it as a loss at all. When I first lost on stage, I was like, oh man, like I shouldn't have picked that beat. I have so many beats that I should have used instead of this one.
That being said, the winner, King of the Dot champion.
I got off stage and Arcane was there. And at the time, Arcane was the champion. He had the chain on. I had never met Arcane. And he kind of pulls me aside from everyone. He's talking to me and he says, that beat you used should be on the radio. He said, that beat was so good. He's like, this beat that he used that he beat you with was, underground. It was for the battle scene, had a lot of bass. That's why he won. Your beat, it's not fit for the scene, but he said, like, keep doing what you're doing. That beat is really good. You can find a good artist with that. He's like, your beats are really good. And I remember like he's telling me all this stuff, and it was hard to listen to him because I'm looking down at the King of the Dot chain, and I'm like looking at it as he's talking to me, and I'm thinking like I wasn't like starstruck or anything like that. It was just it was a cool moment because I really respected him, and I'm such a big fan of King of the Dot. Like getting feedback from him, just out of the blue was amazing to me. It was a big moment for me.
I call this car the Graffmobile. I thought if I just put Graffic on it, it would be very pompous of me. It's like, getting your name tattooed on your chest or something, Tyler or something. I didn't want to do something too arrogant, and I thought Graffmobile's it's humorous. It's a Malibu. It's not a good car at all. The wipers, I had to turn the motor on, they won't turn off. The wipers just stay on. It's very annoying. One of the windows doesn't work. It's a great car. It's just got a couple problems. I love it. I love the Graffmobile. It gets me around. It gets people around. When I first got it, it had a couple problems, and nobody could fix this car. I had a car before, nobody could fix it. I took this car to GM desperately one day.
This is Graffic, and you're watching Ivan's World Media Outlet.